Welcome everyone to another episode of J Bros Cooking.
Today we're going to be making
Valentine's, yes.
Valentine's Day dinner. Special dinner you can cook for your wife.
So calling all men, pay attention.
Or if you're a wife or whatever, you can cook for your husband.
Well, we're calling out men. Step up and make
a dinner.
Alright, so we're making lobster tail. We're going to be making a Southwest lobster tail and pasta.
And I'm going to be honest, I've never made a lobster tail, so I'm leaving this to John. This is like his wheelhouse. He makes more high-end dinner stuff, even though he's so cheap. I don't know why, but he's always into making these expensive foods. I'm not going to say I don't eat fish, but, you know, it's not. I've had it. It's good. It's not like my go-to thing. If it's on sale, let's get some lobsters. Like,
So we're going to go ahead and get started with the sauce, because that's probably going to take the most time. So we'll get that started, and then we'll move on to the lobster. For the Alfredo sauce, we're going to go ahead and start with the butter. That needs to go ahead and melt up. You want to throw that in there, Joey?
Yeah, I can handle that.
We got 2 sticks of butter. All right, our butter's melted. So to that, we're going to go ahead and add our cream. And that is a heavy cream we're using today. So we'll let that keep heating up. Joe's mixing the cream and butter together. We're going to bring that up to a simmer. While Joe's stirring, I'm going to go ahead and add in our seasonings. We have 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic and 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning, some fresh cracked black pepper, and a touch of salt. Spices are in. We're going to let that come up to a simmer. Once it comes up to a simmer, we're going to turn it down nice and low. Just try to keep that real light simmer going. While we're waiting for the sauce to come to a simmer, we're going to start prepping the lobster tail. We got our fancy kitchen shears that I think Joe said he paid how much for these guys?
I want to say like 88 cents from Walmart.
So we got good faith in these.
So they could break.
No affiliate link needed. At the top of the shell, we're going to cut from down the center to about right here. It's cutting. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pry it apart.
Separate it.
Open it up.
A little later.
Then
a little longer than a few minutes later.
so it just sits like that. We split them. We open them up. You separate the meat from the shell. Kind of pull it open.
It's a lot of work.
Shut the shell back. Yeah. This style is just, it's more about presentation. Looks fancy. So we're going for that.
We went for, it was a fancy price to buy them too.
Yeah.
And they're on sale. So
our Alfredo sauce is simmering. So to that, we're going to add our Parmesan. Now, I'll be honest. Normally, and we've mentioned it many times, we buy the high quality. We want that good quality cheese. For my Alfredo sauce, we do just use the cheap cheese. I've tried the other ones. The way they melt into the sauce, I don't always like, and
it turns into like a cheese sauce, I guess.
Yeah. And sometimes it can almost be too rich. So we're gonna just go ahead and sprinkle this in. Joe's gonna stir, and now once all your cheese is in, you want a real light bubble, and you're going to be stirring most of the time because it will want to stick, and you don't want that. Now, while that's simmering up, we're going to go ahead and transfer our lobster to, we have just a cookie sheet with a cooling rack on top. You don't have to do that. We're just doing that. It'll help because we're going to be just baking them at 375, and by doing this with the cooling rack, it'll just let the air get, the heat get underneath them as well, cook them evenly. For our spices, for this, we're going to keep it real simple. To tie it back in, we're going to use some of our Cajun seasoning. We're going to sprinkle that on.
That looks good.
Little paprika. And then just a little black pepper. And then a little bit of salt.
Alright, so now we're going to take our linguine and we're going to put it in the pot of boiling water. We got it right here all fancy in a nice little cup. And we're going to do that for 11 minutes.
Alright, so our pasta's going. Joe's continuing to stir the sauce. Lobster's prepped. We're going to get it in the oven.
Let me get that door for you, John.
Thank you, Joey. And we're going to play it on the cautious side and set that timer for 6 minutes.
We're going to make some garlic toast. I guess it would be...
A garlic pull apart.
You're going to pull it apart so, you know, you and your spouse can just be pulling pieces off together. It's like all romantic. You're feeding it to each other.
Alright, men. So we're keeping it easy for you. Like Joe said, it's a store-bought loaf. But we're going to show you a quick and easy way to fancy it up a little bit. We start with our bread knife. I'm going to slice. We're not going all the way through. We're slicing down. Flip it the other way. No, I gotta flip the other way. Alright. Then we're gonna go this way with it. Again, making sure not to cut all the way through. Alright. Now, we're gonna kind of open these up a little bit. And we got a nice garlic butter that we already mixed up. This was 1 stick of butter, teaspoon of garlic powder, and about a half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. So I'm going to just kind of pull them open, and Joe's going to go ahead and just kind of get all that butter goodness all over the place. And then, to that, we're going to go ahead and I'm pulling back. Joe's going to drop some nice mozzarella in there. We'll make a nice cheesy pull apart bread. Alright, so we're taking a piece of tin foil. We'll pick this guy up. Alright.
And yeah, we should have done that first.
Yeah. We would have saved ourselves a whole lot of mess if we would have put tin foil down first. So we're going to pull it up. Just kind of pinch it. And we are at the timer for my lobster, so let's check the lobster there. Oh, it's looking good.
See a little smoke.
Those shells sure did brighten up nicely. Alright, we're going to set these here for a minute to cool. While they're cooling, we're going to pop our bread in the oven. Alright, so our linguine's done. Joe's got a bowl here. We're going to transfer our linguine to. It's got a little bit of sauce down in the bottom that we made. Joe's going to go ahead and mix that up a little bit. I'm going to check our bread. Alright, Joe's got some sauce on the pasta. We are going to add a little bit more, but that should keep it from sticking. Got our garlic butter. Alright, so we're going to just melt on me.
Should we toothpick it?
No, because it'll just melt from away from the toothpick.
Well, that's the whole point, but it's going to stay on top.
Alright, we got our butter on there. Joe's going to put a little toothpick in there, kind of help hold it in place. Once that heat hits it, it's all going to melt away nicely.
It might not even work either.
So we're going to go ahead and pull our bread out. Oh, she looks good. So, lobster's going back in. We're going to put this bottom rack of the oven. We're broiling it. Alright, that's our timer. That was 3 minutes under the broiler. That butter melted up nicely. And those lobsters look good. Alright, and we'll be back.
Alright, so as you can see, we have our lobster, our linguine, Go ahead and say that, John.
Linguine.
Linguine. We got this pull-apart garlic toast. Look at how beautiful that looks.
Show them how that pulls apart, Joey.
And this pulls, just pull one right off. You got cheese on it and everything.
I'm gonna get in there. I want one. See that?
Oh, wow.
That's a quick and easy way, fellas. Take that store-bought bread, make it look fancy.
We got some beverage going on here. Got nice little candles.
Look at that. We're gonna have a still shot of this, guys. So you can set the table for your wife, make it look fancy, make it look nice. Valentine's Day, it's fancy. Everyone likes to go out. It's a busy day anymore with everything that's been going on in the world. This is a great...
And now with limited seating and whatnot, it might just be easier to...
Stay home. Stay home.
Yourself.
And make it look good.
Remember, it's always better when you make it yourself.
So this is our Valentine's Day episode, or any date night that you want to be fancy for your wife.
So happy Valentine's Day, everyone, from J Rose Cooking to you. Heart, heart. We love you.
We appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for your support.
And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell. Also, our affiliate links are down below.
I'll end by saying this. This meal right here, if you're not a lobster person, you could sub this out with chicken. It would turn out just as great.
Chicken.
If I was to make this, my wife definitely wouldn't eat the lobster. I would be doing chicken, but the same spices, same everything. You would just be cooking chicken, and obviously, you know, the cook times would be a little bit different.
You could even do a hamburger patty if you wanted to. That'd be kind of ghetto.
So
happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you for watching.